tournaments in
John Becker just walked
Yeah.
by. Gang is all here.
Yeah.
All the Philly All-Stars.
Philadelphia. Philadelphia.
Finished your matches.
Hero.
Made the top 8 of this event.
All-Star?
Please come see me here.
Grizzled Philadelphia veteran.
Grizzled Philadelphia veteran. There you go.
Make sure it is legal.
I mean,
Master of Spiders.
he was a grizzled veteran
In 1998.
Yeah. In the first year of the Pro Tour. Yeah.
Kevin Jones and Michael Scheffenanker.
Okay.
Table 2.
So,
Nate Sturm.
Scheffenanker was.
Again, that's table 1.
So 1 and 2. Hopefully we'll get 2.
Michael Scheffenanker.
Zach Dobbin has the
Table 2. Nate
Helm Leyline, I
Sturm
believe.
and Zach
I don't know what Nate Sturm is on.
Match area, please.
Okay.
He must have won on table 3.
Okay.
Yeah, he was X01 and apparently defeated Stephen Harvey. If he's on table 2 now, he must have won.
Players, please disregard the currently posted Twitter pairings. They are from the last.
I'm guessing that's the match we'll get.
Also, let's take this time
Table
to
1,
remind
and Table 1 is featured, even though it might turn out to be, well, no, Kevin's not going to get the draw that he wants.
Right.
through a game of Magic, it does not conclude.
So that's going to be.
He got Scheffenegger, who's the
And
X01.
and he's blue.
Scheffenegger's Delver. It's a Delver.
Yeah, Delver. Okay. So we've got a Delver mirror.
We'll put it on the back table,
Yeah, yeah.
and it'll be over before we want it.
It might not be.
Any of that, please note.
That's true.
I
Scheffenegger
gotta
went
tell
to
you-
extra turns that
I gotta
last
tell
time.
you, though, you watch those matches,
There's
and
some intense turns.
They, there's some point where they all flip their switch, and they're like, wait, I can't just be jamming everything in here every turn. I have to kill some stuff. How do I stay alive?
Yep.
You know, I can block
point.
their Swift Spear with my Swift Spear. I can do this. I can brainstorm. All right, I got it.
The scary one is the Pyromancer.
Yeah.
Like, the Pyromancer is you must kill on sight. Those guys if you let your opponent untap with a Pyromancer, it's too late. It just gets out of control.
I've not seen that happen since the early rounds.
Well, I mean, sometimes you run out and they treasure cruise into one. But
Yeah. No, I'm saying is I've just seen them all die.
that's what has to happen. He is the kill on sight. Everybody else, you can kind of, take a turn or two to set things up.
Yeah, just drone striking them and just get
Whatever
that
it
out of
takes.
here. Yeah.
Off the board.
So, and we don't know yet what Sturm is playing.
No, I think we're gonna get to see the Helm Leyline deck. That's certainly the one I'm interested in.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know what it's paired against.
Right.
Deck wise. We know it's Nate Sturm.
Well, here come deck lists.
I believe it'll be Zach Dobbin on camera against Nate Sturm. Is what it should be.
Looking at Nate Sturm, I see
What is
Punishing Maverick.
that? Really?
Yes.
Maverick is still a deck?
Scavenging Ooze, Jide, Scrib Ranger, Birds of Paradise,
Cool.
Powder Skull, Council's Judgment, Voice of Resurgence, Gaddock Teague.
Gaddock Teague seems saucy in this field.
Gaddock Teague. Kasali
All
Pride
one-ups?
Mage. Yeah. All one-ofs. Swords to Plowshares, Mother of Runes, Mazavith.
4 Green Sun Zenith to go get all the one-ups.
Yeah. Knights,
Punishing
Stormy
Fire.
Raids, Punishing Fire, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and then Zach Dobbin, like we said, he's got Tezzeret, I think. Yeah. Wow, he's got both Tezzerets, both the Seeker and the Agent of Bolas, to set up. Because I mean, he's very artifact based. Chalices, Ensnaring Bridge, Transmute Artifact to go get the pieces, Baleful Strix. He's even playing, Seat of the Synod.
To round number 9.
So Ancient Tomb, City of Traders.
Please begin.
Wow, he's got the Thopter Foundry Sword of the Meek combo built in as a backup plan.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, the Helm of Obedience and the Leylines is playing it. Wait, is it Leyline? Yeah, Leyline of the Void. Force of Will fits in. This is the blue-black artifact shell, so you get to play Force of Will.
So he's just playing a bunch of combos.
I guess so. Soul Lands and combos and Force of Wills. Shuffle it up.
Yeah.
I think I've drafted this deck in Bitches Rotisserie Draft a couple of times. At least tried to. Jeez. He's got a Lodestone Golem package in the sideboard.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then did I see... So I wonder if this is the guy. This can't be the guy. Did I see...
Both players credit themselves as their deck designer.
I know. I did see that, yes. So yeah, the main deck Trinisphere.
Does have a main deck Trinisphere. Makes sense.
All right, this could be a fun little...
I don't have the faintest idea what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, neither of these are a pair of rogue decks. I mean, not completely unheard of.
No,
They're the kind of combos that are always floating around Legacy. And you know what? There's always that guy at the store where that's his pet deck, and that's what he's playing in every format, and he knows it inside and out. And there are a lot of viable decks in Legacy.
Yeah.
These are totally legit.
Did I ask you the question about the total number of cards. You don't have the total number of cards, but of the 13,600 odd cards,
Sure.
what percentage would you put the legacy playable pool at?
Like, is it only 13,000? I thought it was like 15,000, but whatever.
I googled a number that that could
Might have been a couple years old.
That could be. I don't think it was, but it could be.
Sure.
I mean, you're not counting reprints.
No, of course. No, look, I actually had half this conversation with Bob. I didn't have it with you. Talking about, one of my wife's jobs as the editor for Magic is making sure no card names get duplicated. So she's got the spreadsheet.
How close have they come?
It's happened in foreign languages.
Oh, wow.
It's happened in foreign languages. I think the closest was like she caught that somebody had named a card which shared a name with half of the split card or something.
Oh, okay.
No, it hasn't come particularly close because one of the things she does every set is you got to check the spreadsheet. So they have the spreadsheet.
She's the professional control effer.
So, yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's on the list. At this point, she's got a team. She can delegate. But yeah, I think it's more like 15,000.
Okay.
But because she's also counting like everything in Portal 3 Kingdoms and everything in Starter, and
that counts.
Absolutely, that counts. I think they also honor like the Astral set from Chandelar.
Oh no!
Consumes like 12 cards worth of namespace.
All right. Not legal in Legacy.
Not legal in Legacy, right?
So let's put it at around 14 to 15,000.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think it's playable in Legacy. It's easily 10%.
10%.
I think it's easily 1,500 cards.
Wow. That is definitely the highest number we've seen.
It's got to be a 4-digit number.
But we're gonna see some of the cards that we haven't seen already today, right now, as we watch this match. Hello, everybody. Welcome to round 9 of the Legacy Championships here at Eternal Weekend in Philadelphia. I'm Brian David Marshall. I am joined by Pro Tour Hall of Famer Randy Buehler, and we're watching.
I believe Zach is 7-1, not 8-0, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Nate Sturm is in fact 7-1, but I believe Zach is 7-1.
Okay. So punishing Maverick and UB Tez Voidhelm is what the deck is called on his sheet.
I think we'll just go for Voidhelm.
See the players getting their lovely playmats out of the way, so we can keep our
nice marked up for camera Card Titan playmat. We'll stick to that one.
I was just I was wondering two things. I was like, where did our producer go? And are they going to be allowed to play with those playmats? And it turns out those were connected. Yeah. So, what's your inclination here, Randy, about who wins this matchup?
My inclination is to like the combo deck against the sort of mid-rangey creature deck.
Right.
I mean, I guess Gaddock Teague can mess things up, but surely Zach can kill a Gaddock Teague if he has to, right?
Unclear.
He cannot kill a creature in his main deck. Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, he can force a will it.
Yes.
He can he can stop it from attacking him with Ensnaring Bridge, but his creature control is a couple of Ensnaring Bridges. He's not planning to kill anything, so it seems like if you get down a combo hoser, like, I mean, Gaddock Teague just says he can't play the Helm, right?
Correct.
I mean, he can't play whatever's not
He would have to go for like the Thopter combo or...
Oh, does Thopter Foundry get under Gaddock Teague?
I believe so, yeah, right?
Yeah, Gaddock Teague stops 4+.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Thopter and Sword are 2s and 3s. Oh yeah, so he's got a backup combo. Okay, so Gaddock Teague isn't lethal. Like, is there...
But then we have Kusali Pride Mage, and we can try to bust that up with Kusali Pride Mage.
Right, but there's no one card, there's no trump.
Council of Judgment.
It's a silver bullet deck, but without an actual trump. Just the ability to be annoying. So I'm going on combo.
Okay.
We'll see.
I am going to go, as always, with Scrib Ranger.
It's hard to argue against Scrib Ranger.
I mean, there really is nothing Scrib Ranger can't do.
All right, here we go.
All right. Players have kept their hands, and it looks like a Noble Hierarch.
That is my theory as well. Oh, Leyline came down. We missed the...
Oh, okay, there you go.
before the beginning of the game triggers, Leyline of the Void came into play for free in the opening hand.
Just lurking off in the corner there.
It's a big deal. A Rashad Port comes down, or is that a Wasteland? It's a Wasteland.
All right. Wasteland powers out. Yeah, Knight of the Reliquary. You know, I mean, solid.
It's a big man.
But, you know, is he... Do you think of that as a big legacy card here?
I mean, it's playable.
Yeah.
Are there any, like, Silver Bullet lands? You can get a Caracas. You can get a Maze of Ith.
He can get the Grove of the Burn Willows for his...
For the combo,
for his Punishing Fire combo. Explain to people the...
Yeah, Punishing Fire comes back to your hand whenever your opponent gains life, and the land...
Grove of the Burn Willows.
Grove of the Burn Willows, the draw, it's a red-green land, but the drawback is your opponent gains a life. So those two cards combo quite well together. You basically have an infinite supply of Punishing Fires.
Yeah, so
not super relevant to this matchup.
You can do 1 damage at a time.
To your opponent. You can still do 2 damage to creatures.
Yeah. There's
Signet.
Yep. So just sort of building his board.
Yeah, we'll have to see if...
he just sticks a helm and...
Well, I mean, Nate has to think about whether he wants to use his Wasteland just to try to keep him down below 4 mana.
There's Mother of Runes. I mean, I would certainly... Yeah, he's going to.
Yeah.
Also makes his knight a little bigger.
Right.
Oh, there's another Wasteland. Backup, yeah.
How many basics does Zach play?
Zach is playing...
1 snow-covered island, is that it?
1 snow-covered island.
Which he
1 snow-covered swamp. And that is it.
And they're snow-covered just for style points?
Yeah, I assume so.
It's not like he's got a gifts package where you can get the island and the snow-covered island.
He has one in his sideboard, but no.
Yeah. Wow. City of Traders, so he's at 4 mana, even despite that Wasteland.
Wow.
City of Traders, Dimir Signet, Helm.
So
he does not have the 1 mana to activate it. Like, you have to activate it for a card in order for the combo to work. And the way this combo works, Helm of Obedience says, target opponent reveals cards, you know, it's X and tap it, have your opponent reveal the top X cards, or put the top X cards of their library into their graveyard, and you can steal a creature. Well, the steal a creature part, whatever. It's into the graveyard doesn't happen if Leyline of the Void is in play.
Right.
So if you activate Helm of Obedience for 1, it's just going to keep trying to flip cards from your opponent's library into their graveyard until 1 gets to the graveyard, and then Leyline says that's never going to happen. So it just instantly mills the entire library away. You say go, and they are decked.
So it's basically Qasali Pride Mage or no here?
Yeah, he's got to blow up one of those permanents.
Or, I mean, he could also have a... he could also have Council's Judgment here.
Sure. So he's got a creature that functions as a disenchant, and he's got a Council's Judgment that blows up a permanent. And other than those, he's just dead? Wow, Saxa Horizon Canopy. And did you find it? I don't think there's not a land that's relevant, is there?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. Attack? It can't be a good sign.
Says go.
Yeah, there's no reason not to say, are you going to activate your combo? Why, yes, I am.
Float 2. Activate Helm of Obedience. Scoop!
There you go.
Wow.
Through a Wasteland. Turn 4 through a Wasteland.
Yeah, there was... You know, it looked pretty healthy for him there. But, you know, 4 Ancient Tombs and 3 City of Traders, he's, you know, he's got a lot of opportunities to draw a 2-mana land there.
Yeah, it's a great point. Yeah, I was thinking the Wasteland would be a little better than it was, but... Hats off to Zach, by the way, for playing his lands in the correct order. I mean, it helps a little bit that he just naturally drew the 1 basic, right?
Right.
I believe the fetch land got the Underground Sea, I think. Or did he fetch for the island?
I don't remember.
Wasn't paying enough attention. Either way, sequenced his stuff so that he could just get to 4 briefly and play Helm.
Like, looks at his opening hand, Leyline Helm, some mana, great.
Yeah, Zach Dobbin needs to win this, and then he should be able to draw in next round. Nate Sturm has a loss to give.
Right.
So with at 701, he basically needs to win one of the next two. I mean, we're assuming all of the 8 1-1s are going to get in. Haven't actually done the math.
Right.
Haven't seen a pairings by table for this round. Love to see one, actually.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get us a copy of pairings by table. See the players sideboarding.
Yeah, I wonder what sideboarding does.
Oh, let's see.
I wonder if Zach brings in Grafdigger's Cage. Maybe not. I mean, it shuts off the Green Sun Zenith, right? It's got his Lodestone Golem package. That doesn't seem good
We get
here.
another Council's Judgment.
Engineered Explosives would be good, I think.
Yeah.
Just being able to blow up Silver Bullet creatures.
Yeah, looking at Sturm's list, I just really see another Council's Judgment and another Gaddock Teague.
I would probably bring in Gaddock Teague, right? You haven't actually seen the Thopter Foundry combo.
Right.
Your opponent looks like a Leyline Helm deck. Gaddock Teague stops that. Your opponent probably doesn't have a ton of ways to interact with Gaddock Teague.
Right.
Yeah, I think you bring it in.
Yeah, he does not.
Yeah, I think Zach will bring in one or two, but still, he can't tutor for them or anything. Yeah, matchup probably doesn't change dramatically. So you don't think there's 1,000 viable legacy cards?
Wow. I mean, it's... You know, I guess once you factor in all the lands...
Right.
You know, the estimate that someone posted on Twitter was like, assume you average 10 cards per expansion at 60 expansions.
That's a weird way to get there, but okay.
Yeah. You know,
not a crazy way.
You don't get a lot now, and you have a lot more earlier, and he's just like generously put it at 10 of the expansion. That gives you like
Sure.
600. But I think you get a lot more probably from the early sets that he's
I do too.
crediting. Yeah.
Although, I mean, how many cons cards are relevant?
4.
It's less than 10. It's probably in the 3 or 4 or 5 range.
Right, 4. 4 that I
What's
can
the
think of
fourth
immediate. Murderous Cut.
Okay. I mean, there's probably a couple. I saw Siege Rhino in play.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, no, somebody definitely had Siege Rhino in play today.
Yeah.
So, I mean, viable? What counts as viable?
Yeah. Well.
I bet there were 10 cons cards played today.
Yeah. I mean, we certainly have seen cards that, you know, probably wouldn't fall, you know, at you know, the store talking about what you know, handicapping what you're going to see in Legacy. You know, Siege Rhino's probably not one of those cards.
Sure.
You know, Frost Titan, probably not one of those cards.
I bet somebody summoned a Mantis Rider.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be awesome. I haven't seen it though. Yeah, that would be great. I mean, it feels so.
I mean,
resoundingly fair
for Legacy.
Yeah. we're obviously not counting fetch lands from cons.
It already happened. Sure.
They had already happened.
Probably aren't 10 cards from Homelands.
No, they're probably. Yeah, I mean, even the.
Yeah. Urz's block is like 100 cards a set or something. Not actually 100 cards a set, but it felt that way at the time.
Yeah, I've seen Thrag Tusken Legacy too. I've seen it here.
It was
today.
on camera today,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not say that Siege Rhino is a Legacy staple.
Yeah, no. Siege Rhino is just. I mean, it's a backbreaker though. You know, I got it played against me in a draft the other day, and I wanted to cry.
Yeah, it's quite the magic card.
Yeah,
it's going to be a standard staple for a while.
How can I reasonably deal with this card in my limited deck? Oh, I can't. All right. All right. So here we see Nate Sturm and Zach Dobbin getting ready for game 2.
11 players on 7-1 coming into this round.
Okay.
So we'll get 5 or 6 of those on X1. Plus there were 3 people above that scrum. Yeah, then there are a bunch of X1s. Like, I'm not optimistic for the X2s, just because there's so many X1
their
ones.
Tiebreakers are
well, just because there's so many X1 ones
record at all.
that I think. Yeah, I don't think an X2 is going to get in, just because there's so many people who just have unintentional draws.
Sure. That
there's just going to be extra X1 and 1s in the system, which means you got to look at your tiebreakers before you actually draw. Yeah, it's going to be close. I mean, a 7-1-1 could miss, given all the unintentional draws that have happened. If you then add a bunch of intentional draws on top of it...
Merchant Scroll, I just saw someone mention as the only good card from Homelands.
Isn't Memory Lapse in Homelands?
Memory Lapse might also be in Homelands.
I think Memory Lapse is in Homelands.
Shockingly, there were some good blue cards
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
set.
They actually stole memory lapse from Mirage. It's a Mirage design.
We're getting a couple of... we got one ley line. It looked like he was thinking about putting a second one into play.
Oh, interesting. He's worried about like a tranquility effect,
then,
back
yeah,
to
so,
nature or
yeah.
something?
I guess so. People have edited your words, by the way, to get
What,
you to...
uh-oh. What am I
It
alleged
was
to
like,
have
they
said?
just like, you know, redacted 2 words, and you're like, I say Siege Rhino is a legacy staple.
Good God.
All right, so we got the Green Sun Zenith for Dryad Arbor here. Talisman. I'm assuming of dominance, considering the deck. Yeah, Talisman of Dominance. Seems fitting somehow with Helm of Obedience. Even if it didn't make the right colored mana, you'd still play it. It's flavor, right?
Okay. I didn't know there were flavor judges today.
There's always flavor judges.
I did see Nate Holt today.
I did too. With
a, like, what, 2-month-old strapped to his
with
chest?
his Holtling
Yeah, Holtling? I like it.
crawling the plains.
How old is Arthur? Like 6 weeks old at this point or something? First Magic tournament?
All right. Set.
Deluge? Toxic Deluge.
Toxic Deluge.
That can kill a creature.
It killed 2 there. One of them was a Dryad Arbor.
No
And
lands
Noble
for
Hirer.
either play. No turn 2 land for Zach Dobbin. He could be slow rolling one though with the City of Traders in play. No land for Nate Sturm is almost certainly bad news. All right. Pithing Needle. What is he
yeah.
Pithing Needle?
Name a fetch land?
I mean, he must have brought it in for something specific that he's worried about. You name
Oh wait, here comes a
Oh, he names Knight of the Reliquary. Wow, and Chalice for 1. Beatings. He might have also named Kasali Pride Mage.
sure.
It's the card I was thinking he might name.
And go from Nate Sturm.
Jeez.
Oh, tap 2.
What is that? Oh, Dimir Signet.
Signet, okay.
Up to 4 mana. Does he have the Helm? Land Helm is lethal.
No, this doesn't look like
it.
Trinisphere or
Ensnaring Bridge. Okay. I mean, think about how many unique cards are in Zach Dobbin's deck alone. 25 different cards in this list?
I mean, and
a bunch of one-ofs? Like Signets, Talisman, there's so many cards.
there's over 30 unique cards in Nate Sturm's deck,
Sure.
which don't have a lot of overlap.
Right.
Yeah, okay. You're making a case here. Voice of Resurgence.
I mean, how many viable archetypes are there in Legacy? 50? I mean, they don't all have 30 different that don't overlap, but you're
sure.
1,500 if that was the math.
Right. All right. Tap 4 mana. Tezzeret.
The Agent of Bolas. So the plus ability will let you look at the top 5 cards and find an artifact. He
But it
uses
looks-
the minus ability, and he says, you know what? Pithing Needle needs to attack. This Pithing Needle, I want to stab it somewhere. That is a 5/5.
Hiya. Wow. Nope.
Nope. Pump fake.
All right. Wow. Get in for 5 with Pithing Needle.
I'm
So
not going to worry about searching for Helm.
3 ways to win here.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tezzeret's ultimate is also ridiculous. Like, if you plus Tezzeret once, go looking for an artifact, then the ultimate is only a -4. It is deal 2 damage, essentially drain 2 for every artifact you control. Like, he could have just gone up, and then I think the ultimate is lethal next turn.
And just lets Tezzeret get eaten by Voice of Resurgence.
What card?
Oh, there's the Kasali Pride Mage.
Tapped out.
Could have been needled.
Land Helm is still lethal.
Right.
But won't be once Sturm gets to untap.
One, 2, 3 mana.
That another Ensnaring Bridge?
Another.
It's another Toxic Deluge. Crazy. I'd like to make my Pithy Needle a 5/5 plan a little better here. If you can wipe out all the blockers again. Wipe out the Pride Mage.
Yeah. That was a big part of Zach's plan there.
Yeah. 3 Toxic Deluges in the sideboard. He said he was going to bring in ways to interact with creatures. And he did. Oh, that was Voice of Resurgence, not Kasali Pride Mage.
Yeah, no, it was Voice of Resurgence and
Kasali
Pride Mage, yeah. It's like, no, you don't actually have a token. There's a ley line in play.
Yep. Voice of Resurgence has to go to the graveyard in order to trigger the when dies ability. Didn't die. That's my story.
Yeah.
Sticking to it. Did not die.
If it died, show me a body.
Just roll our own bones out here.
Third land for Sturm. He's at 9.
Pithy Needle stings.
That's another Night of the Reliquary.
Pithy Needles, we're doing work there too. Although lands keep going to the graveyard. Was that City of Traders replacing City of Traders? Oh, to get to the mana. Has he really had Helm this whole time and just not had the mana to activate it and not wanted to risk it? Because he just made 4 mana.
Look, I mean,
he's tapping and counting. That looked like he was tapping something for colored mana. Oh, the other Tezzeret. How about this guy? Oh, how much loyalty does he start with? I think I'll search for a 4.
Oh boy.
I have a mana floating. Kill you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, search for 4 CMC artifact, 2 City of Traders, and the 2 artifact mana. That's 6. Spent 5 of it on Tezzeret, getting the blues off of the Signet and the Talisman.
So it is Tez Void Helm.
Yeah, Tezzerator's a reasonable name.
That's the combo.
Tez Void Helm, of course. Yep, all over but the scooping.
Zach
there you
Dobbin.
go.
Sweet deck. And he goes to 8-1.
Yeah.
We should get to see this deck in the top 8 now.
Yeah, we should. We should. I think he's just one hand check away. Do we know what happened in the other feature match table? Are they still going?
Welcome back to the booth. Brian David Marshall, Randy Bueller. And we're checking to see if our Delver mirror is still reflecting upon itself.
And or whether we can chat with Zach.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the interviews.
Yeah.
Tech of just like grabbing whoever won the last feature match and dragging him in here seems to be working pretty well, actually.
It's like GG's Live circa 2007 or something.
What went wrong with that? What was the drawback? I mean, it doesn't necessarily work at the Pro Tour level.
Yeah.
You may not have an English speaker.
Yeah.
Seems to work pretty well here, though.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I think it has to do, it's a little bit of the 3-man booth.
Sure.
Facilitates it a lot better.
That's fair. Yeah, so I do have the pairings by table. So Kevin
Tell us who's playing.
Michael Scheffenecker, they're playing on table 1. So that's 8-0 versus 7-0-1.
Delver Mirror.
We'll see how that turns out. One of them is clinching top 8. The other one has some work to do next round. Although if it's Kevin, then all he needs is a handshake. We just saw Zach defeat Nate Sturm. So Nate's still in it.
Yeah.
He just needs to win next round to get into the X1-1, and then maybe some people miss on tiebreakers, but usually what happens is it's the people who've been X1-1 for a while and have been sort of clawing their way up on the fringe of contention who wind up missing if that happens.
I expect that we'll see Nate Sturm's deck next round, probably playing on camera for top 8, right?
Yeah, we'll see how many win-ins we have, but it'd be one of the choices for sure. Kevin is up a game, so they're in game 2. Are we going to move them onto the camera? And Zach is on his way. Wonderful. Sweet.
So I'm going to go bring in a third chair over here.
The third chair's on your side this time, right?
You want to slide over?
I can do that. The people want to speak. Awesome.
People want to hear about the Tez Void Helm deck.
It's a good one.
I mean, really, it's Legacy Tessernator. Yeah. It's
the other matches, by the way. So all of these matches pit
Helmerator.
It's not bad. I mean, by Legacy deck name standards. You can take that, and you can take that either way. I'm not telling. 7-1-7-1 matchups where the winners hoping to draw in include Michael Maduri versus Ralph Betesh, David Tipton versus Tony Chiarlanza, Eric Markowitz versus John Gatza, John Grudzina versus Derek Rita, and Christopher Hine versus Eric Luca.
Okay.
And then the X1-1s that are playing to then win and hope their tiebreakers are good enough.
The win and then winning in.
Hope and win and hope. Yeah. Patrick Failing versus Luis Fata, Rodrigo Togari versus John Goss, and Zin Sui is paired down against Michael Swales.
Right.
But yeah, you got fully 5 19-pointers floating around.
And so that's when full-blown puppy dog eyes go on.
Oh, the X1-1 paired down versus the X2.
You try to get your best Bugs Bunny, giant, tear-filled black eyes.
So I get to sit?
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, pull up a chair.
Hey.
Pleasure.
We want to hear more about this deck. The chat wants to hear more about this deck. People are excited.
The chat. Yeah.
What is this deck called?
Okay.
UB Tech Helm Void, Tez Helm Void. It's not going to work.
Yeah, I wrote it down as UB Tez Helm Void. The idea was with Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time being as rampant as they are in Legacy right now, I want a way of interacting with graveyard strategies, Death Right being super powerful in Legacy. I want a way to be able to interact with decks.
So you started from I want 4 main deck Leyline of the Void?
Well,
that's awesome.
MTG Source, which is very good for the Legacy scene. I follow them. Blue Black Tez primer in there is exceptional. A lot of talk was talking with shift to metagame. Is Jace really that good right now? And I agreed with what people were posting on the forums that I did not think Jace was that good right now. One guy said that he actually tried out a similar strategy at like a local event, 4 rounds, and went 4-0. I go, okay, like I'm sold. Talk to him a little bit about it, like read comments, and go, yeah, I'm sold on this idea. Being able to transmute artifact when you have all you have in play is a talisman of dominance or a signet in play, and your opponent's like, sure.
What's the worst that can happen?
It resolves. Float 2 mana, pay the difference, get Helm, have a mana up, be able to Helm, get wins that you probably don't deserve getting. Is what I would definitely say. Multiple times today, as you guys just saw in that last match, I played Big Tez, immediately -4, get Helm, the game ends on the spot. I'm going to put this activation on the stack, unless you have Stifle or something. That's not happening. Chalice cuts off most of what people are trying to do in Legacy, stops Brainstorm, stops Ponder,
Chalice
Chalice
really
has been
good in
talked
this
about
metagame.
how powerful Chalice is.
Stop Delver, stop Swift Spear.
I've been a proponent of Chalice. Right now I'm running super hot. I actually played against Delver round 1, and that was my one loss. Game 2 I had Helm in hand, but was a mana short of being able to activate it and kill them. But yeah, the sideboard, you have the Deluges for your death. They're mostly there for the death and tax matchup. They were super effective that game. I brought them in.
You actually don't have a way to deal with a creature in your main deck.
Correct. If a creature,
Just making sure.
If a creature resolves, your way of dealing with it is you have Ensnaring Bridge. You have Ensnaring Bridge.
Stops it from attacking.
It stops it from attacking. It's still in play. Hopefully you have Leyline in play, so then you don't have to worry about death rate, because the only instances and sorceries you're playing in your entire 70 main deck is Force of Will and Transmute artifacts, so you don't have to really be that fearful of dying to death rate activations killing you all the way down. Then you still have the good old Thopter Sword combo. So like jam out Thopter Sword, sure, you dealt with it, you dealt with it. The idea is they're going to run out of counter spells. They're going to run out of way of interacting with you. You play Chalice, that shuts off your deck. You play Trinisphere, that makes they're tapped out. You know they can't counter magic, so what you're trying to do is going to resolve. When I played against Reed Duke Academy Ruins, I was able to Academy Ruin him because I play Helm. He forces Helm. End of your turn, put Helm back on the top of my deck.
That's not
counter
good
spell.
for the Miracles deck.
Put Helm back on the top of my deck. It's just all about keep pressure with these super powerful planeswalkers and abilities and stealing wins. Thopter Swords, most decks can't deal with a combo.
How good did
Helm,
that feel?
You just win.
To beat Reed?
To beat Reed? It felt good because the guys back at home, a few of my good friends back at home are big Reed fans. I myself am a big Reed fan. I think we all are big Reed fans. So playing against them, it was a super enjoyable game of Magic. We chit-chatted. He said that he hoped that I was able to win my next round because he said he was a fan of the deck.
Oh, awesome.
He said hopes I continue to do well with it, tweak with it, stick with it because he thinks it's cool with the meta right now. And absolutely, because like you said, most decks, when you have the Thopter Sword combo, most decks bring in Rest in Peace to stop that. Decks don't want to bring in Rest in Peace against you because you have Helm. So if you don't have Leyline, they bring in Rest in Peace, and you're like, okay.
Or maybe you Thopter Sword kill them.
Yeah.
They bring in Rest in Peace, and they don't know what's coming.
Yeah.
That happened to Shahar earlier today. That wasn't you, was it?
That was not me.
Yeah, Shahar had, he was playing against what he thought was a Reanimator deck.
Absolutely.
And he thought it was a Reanimator deck, so he had out Grafdigger's Cage, and he's like, just to be sure, I'll play Rest in Peace. So he plays Rest in Peace. So he's got, Grafdigger's Cage, Rest in Peace against the Reanimator deck. He's Death and Taxes. And, and the other guy just saw the Rest in Peace start shaking, the neck is throbbing. Helm of Obedience, Helm you for one.
Yeah.
Off his opponent's Rest in Peace.
A few of my favorite moments of the day. I played Manaless Stretch. Match was over in 3 minutes.
Jeez.
I felt bad.
You just start the game with Leyline. Did you get a turn 0 kill?
He goes, wins the die roll, goes, you can go first. I go, okay, you're in Manaless Stretch. So draw my initial 7 and it has double Leyline of Voids in play. I go, I'm going to put one of these in play, ask if it's good enough, and he goes, okay, game 2. Game 2.
You got a turn 0 kill, yes!
Wow. Game 2, he goes, I'll be on the draw again. I go, sure. He goes, pre-game effects reveals Chancellor of Annex. I go, Ancient Tomb, Grafdigger's Cage, I'll pay the extra 1. And so, games ended super fast.
You played a total of 1 turn.
In the match?
And then the match, we played 1 turn.
Wow.
Earlier in the day, I got to activate Helm for value, not for the win. Playing against Blue-Red Delver, have Chalice in play. Top deck, land go. Yeah, he's not doing anything. I can tell his hand shut off. I play Helm. I activate Helm for 7. Flip a young Pyromancer. Go, okay, I have a young Pyromancer. Beat him down all the way from 15 with a young Pyromancer. He attempts to play his young Pyromancer. I force and go, trigger. Make a 1/1 elemental, and he's at 3, and he concedes.
That's awesome.
So.
So you mentioned back home. What's the quick bio? Where are you from?
Yeah, quick bio is I'm from Westchester, PA. I've been there my whole life. I went to Penn State. I danced at Thon. That's why I'm wearing the shirt. Big supporter of an organization as a whole. It's a great cause. Local game store is Gameskeep. Guys there. Big legacy scene.
Awesome.
We have 16-man legacy spur of the moment tournaments where we're all there. Thursday nights is our magic night.
Someone
we get
fire
there.
up event
we go
reporter.
there.
We got legacy.
We have level 1 great judge Michael Mapson. He goes, "You guys up for a sanctioned legacy tournament?" Sure. Fire it up. People don't have decks that we're friends with. Between the 10 of us that have cards, most of us have most of the decks of the formats, or can lend out cards and throw something together.
Nice.
So good scene. Guys there. Mike Schick back at home. I know he's watching the stream. He's part of the reason that Team Blue Black Tez is a thing. He played the deck. I've always been a huge fan of Chalice style decks, whether it be Mud, Blue Black Tez. I'm a huge fan of the card. The card is distinct. The definition of card advantage. You play one card, you one for 20 your opponent, 1 for 30 your opponent, because these 30 cards are dead.
Might I suggest a different name?
Sure. Yeah, I'm open for what the stream wants to call.
What do
you want to call it?
How about Helmerator?
Oh, I mean, we could go for some Helmerator.
I like Helmerator. It's a nice throwback to the Tezerator decks.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we pay homage to the Helm.
I don't know where the orator comes from if it's not having Tez.
Well, I mean, we know.
All right.
I mean, Big
Tez
Tez is
a legacy deck.
All right,
name.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I forgot what format we were talking about deck names.
I'm sorry, Nickerator.
Much better. Now I get it.
Yeah, I mean, you still got the 6 Tezes in the list. The Jace was cut in favor of the ley lines, and then you just made a few other changes. I'm in favor of playing the Signets. If people want to play Blood Moon, that's fine. I'll filter my lands.
Sure.
Still be able to do what I want to do.
Yeah, deck looks sweet.
Yeah.
LSV
Awesome.
and the rest of the chat.
Wow.
All right, Helmerator.
All right.
Done.
Yep.
Maybe we'll get to see you playing into the top 8 now.
Yeah.
Have you done the math? Have you looked at it? Do you? Have a
I
sense
believe
of?
I'm able to draw into the top 8 at 8-1 going into the last round. So I don't
Good
know.
luck to you,
I don't
sir.
know if Dr. Wang's still here. He's the one that's the master of the breakers. So we'll review it with a few friends, and I think I'm able to draw.
You won very quickly.
Yeah.
So-
it has the explosive hands where you just go, oops, I win.
Right. You played more than one total turn that match.
Yes.
So that might be a long game for you at this point.
Yeah. All right. It's a pleasure.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Super sweet deck.
Yeah, I love it.
Now what's up with our other match? Do we still have the other match?
Well, they're playing out game 2.
Okay, they're playing out game 2. Are they on the backup table or?
Yes.
So
We can chat.
yeah, we can chat. We can, if we have a deck tech, we can throw up for a few minutes and grab some waters and then give us 5 minutes to gather ourselves. Sure. And then we're gonna come back and hopefully get game 3 here.
That's the plan.
Ideally, I mean, it could end without us, in which case we'll come back. We won't be more than 5 minutes.
One way or the other.
Right.
We got updates.
We're rolling to the top 8.
Yeah. Look around.
Currently, as it stands,
So, as we know,
in first place at 17.
we
I'll
have
go see what
Zach.
updates I can get in terms
Yeah.
of the
In second place,
other
also
matches that are
17
relevant for
points,
top 8 as well.
Ryan Durkin. In third place with 16 points, Matt Sakala.
We'll put our 2 piles here. We have in and then win and in.
Fifth place, 16
And then
points.
unknown down here, waiting on those guys.
Fair enough.
Start to make our stacks.